IndiaBonds is absolutely thrilled to welcome our corporate guests for today's webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to introduce Navi Finserve for a conversation curated exclusively for you. Today's webinar is all about understanding the unique business model of Navi Finserve, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Navi Technologies Limited, promoted by Mr. Sachin Bansal of ex Flipkart. This is a special opportunity to get up and close and personal in terms of conversations and understanding with the management team of Navi Finserve Limited. Without any further delay, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed panelist, Mr. Shobhit Agarwal, who is head lending Navi Finserve Limited. He's a chartered accountant and currently have over 15 years of experience in banking and corporate finance, uh, structured credit, acquisition financing. He's worked with organizations like Deutsche Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, and currently he heads the lending business at Navi Finserve Limited. Our second panelist, Mr. Divyesh Jain, he is the CFO with Navi Finserve. He is a chartered accountant, company secretary, and an IIM Calcutta alumni. He has over 15 years of experience driving business strategies. Earlier, he was associated with brands like Just Dial, Spandana Spurti, and Ola. He joined in as the head of finance and currently is the chief financial officer since November 2021. From here, I would like to hand over the mic and the stage to Shobhit Agarwal, head lending business, Navi Finserve, to give you a deep insight about Navi Finserve Limited.
Hello, everybody. Really thanks for joining us for this 1 hour of webinar on a weekend. And this is the platform that we would like to use, to tell you something about Navi Finserve and Navi Technologies, which is, incorporated and started by Mr. Sachin Bansal. Sachin doesn't need much of an introduction, but in 2009 he started Flipkart and he exited from Flipkart. After running it for almost 10 years. It's a $40 billion group as of now, and it would have touched almost all of us at one point during our lives. Sachin has this unfinished dream of creating a $100 billion empire, and he chose financial services as a next big canvas. And as part of that, to show his commitment, what he has done is he has put majority of his money after Flipkart exit into Navi Group. That's roughly 4,000 crores, with which Navi Technologies incorporated, and it's into various businesses. The mission for Navi Technology is to create financial services simple, affordable, and accessible to 1 billion people in India. And we are starting on this mission with offerings on the personal loan side, housing loan side, general insurance, mainly health insurance, and AMC. Navi Technology holds 100% into its various businesses. As you can see, Navi Finserve is an NBFC. It's a systemically important non-deposit taking NBFC with net worth in excess of 1150 crores. It's into the business of secured housing loan products as well as unsecured personal loan. Navi Finserve in turn holds 100% in Chaitanya microfinance business, which is into microfinance, where it gives a loan to 100% rural women population under the joint liability group format. Navi Technologies also hold 100% in insurance business and AMC, as I talked about. So maybe I'll move to the next slide, and where I'll talk about a brief history about Navi Finserve. So Navi Finserve was started by a couple of founders in the month of February 2012, and Sachin acquired this group along with Chaitanya in October 2019, and that's when the name of the company changed from Pritz to Navi Finserve Private Limited. We started our first offering from this group, which is in form of a personal loan in the month of April 2020. This was right in middle of the COVID wave 1, and it has been almost now 24 months for us since the launch of this product. Soon, within 6 months, it's an NBFC and it requires to raise debt. So we needed to get ourselves rated, and A is the maiden rating that we got from India Ratings, which is a arm of Fitch Group, globally. We started our second offering, which is housing loan product, in the month of February 2021, And by the end of December 2021, we have disbursed around 2,000 crores in the personal loan segment and 1,500 crores and then 150 crores in the housing loan segment. As I mentioned, it's a company which has a net worth in excess of 1,150 crores, and it's low levered. The borrowing is just around 2,500 crore, which gives us a debt equity ratio of around 2.11. It's it has sufficient liquidity cover as well as sufficient capital base, which is reflected in our high and healthy capital adequacy ratio of north of 32%. Our asset quality is pretty good, both PL and HL combined, and we have a net NPA of less than 10 basis point, which is around 8 basis point. So that's a brief about Navi Finserve. And as we move forward, I'll take you through our two businesses, which is personal loan and housing loan. Right. So again, it's a snapshot. Our AUM stands at around 1,648 crores. PL is a low ticket size product compared to housing loan. In personal loan, our average ticket size is around 51,000, and we've disbursed around roughly around 5 lakh loans. Housing loan ticket size is obviously higher. It's ranging around 38 lakhs as of December 21, and we disbursed around 604 housing loans. We are writing a very high quality book, which is reflected from the LTV in our housing loan portfolio. LTV is basically you give 58 rupee of loan for 100 rupee of collateral. So that's what LTV means, and housing loan portfolio is at 58% LTV. On the personal loan side, 85% of our customers have CIBIL score above 725, and that's the quality of the book that we are underwriting almost on a daily basis. Out of 100 customers that close their loans, 47% of them get repeat loans, and that's the best performing segment for us, because these are the people who have established their track record with us, and we are pretty comfortable giving them a second loan and a third loan. Navi Finserve is into a lending business and is an NBFC, so it needs to develop a strong liability franchise. In a short period of 16 to 18 months, we have developed 21 banking relationships. We have got MNC banks, private banks, PSU banks lending to us. Our rating is A. This is our maiden rating, the first rating to start with. Now, since our book is getting seasoned and we have a demonstrated track record of more than 2 years, it would probably go under review. Capital adequacy ratio I talked about. In terms of our presence, personal loan is a completely digitized online offering. We receive application from 99% of the PIN codes in India, but we are disbursing loans in 84% of the PIN codes. And it's an offering which works 24/7, 365 days a year. On the home loan front, we are operating currently out of 8 major cities. 6 of them are metro: Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, and Pune. And a couple of them are tier 2 cities. Home loans obviously is digitized to the extent it is possible, but it always has this offline fulfillment, last mile delivery, where you need to have presence in a city. MFI is our lending in a rural segment, and it's a brick and mortar model. We have a presence over 411 locations through our branch network, and that's how we are doing business in the MFI segment. If we can move to the next slide. So the reason why we have chosen these segments is pretty strategic. These businesses are started from scratch: personal and housing loan. Personal loan and housing loan are part of retail loan market, which is a $500 billion AUM, and it's going to grow at a rate of 19% for next 5 years. Now, the best part is for us is that the digital penetration in this is going to increase in both segments, and that segment is expected to grow at a rate of 43%. We would like to believe that we are at the forefront of it when it comes to personal loan and housing loan, and we will be able to capture large market share in this if we execute our plans well. The key growth drivers for us from an industry perspective is that we are playing in a segment which is mobile friendly, which likes to get things done faster, and probably are not happy with the current customer experience perspective from existing players, and that gives us an opportunity to make a dent and go deeper into these segments. Navi Finserve has a unique positioning. We are different from other fintech players in the sense that we have started our business with a lot of our own capital. Sachin has put 4,000 crore of capital into the group, and 1,100 crore plus capital has come into the Navi Finserve, which gives us a huge equity capital to start business. We have done decent amount of borrowing, which is to the tune of 2,500 crore, and that's a big enough base for us to lend from our own balance sheet. We are not lending, under a co-lending model or a FLDG model, which other fintech players use. The whole tech stack belongs to us, and we have complete control over customer experience from that perspective. So balance sheet is ours, technology is ours, and the operations are also ours. They are not outsourced. The collection team and everybody is part of Navi Finserve, and in that sense, Navi Finserve is pretty different from from the other fintech players, and from it also draws big differentiation from the legacy players and incumbents in form of the customer engagement. Right, the customer experience is much more superior when it comes to Navi compared to a brick and mortar model. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Now, this is a slide on the investment highlights. What's different for Navi Finserve? Navi Finserve has a strong underwriting and risk management capabilities. As I said, personal loan is an offering which happens, completely online. We don't think there is anybody else in the market which can underwrite a customer in 5 minutes time and disburse a loan in 10 minutes time and give a loan up to size of 20 lakhs. This is not, we are not just playing on the speed part of it. We are also writing a very high quality book, which is visible from the composition of the book, and our asset quality, which is visible from our gross NPA and net NPA numbers. We have developed a strong borrowing profile. We have got 21 term lenders. These are all institutional, players. Like ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank, SBI. These are the lenders to our balance sheet. They look at our numbers, they look at our asset quality almost on a quarterly basis, and that also gives us comfort to scale up. We have a strong collection mechanism. It's all in-house, and our collection efficiency is comparable to the best in the industry. It's 97% as of December end, and it has shown a significant improvement since then as we speak. We have 200 plus kind of a telecaller agents who work on the cases when amount is due from 0 to 30 days. Better customer engagement. This is visible from our app rating and our NPS score. It's a completely app offering, and we are disbursing today. We are disbursing more than 5,000 loans a day, and that speaks for itself. Leadership. Sachin is a proven executor and has a strong track record in terms of executing his vision, and we all are guided under his leadership. This is his full-time job. He's the CEO of Navi Finserve as well as CEO of Navi Technology, and he's put together a great team, great board, to achieve the vision that he has. Right, which is to offer financial services to 1 billion people in India. Our products have a very wide spectrum of offering. Personal loans we offer, starting from 15,000 rupees up to 20 lakhs. Tenor starts from 9 months to 84 months, and interest rates range from single digit to 36%. Right, so we cover a wide range of customers who are looking for personal loans. On an average, our ticket size is trending around 51,000. Personal loan is a moment of truth business, right, where people appreciate or the customers appreciate the quick decision making and and uh, and the convenience that it that we offer. As I said, it's a machine that works 24/7, 365 days a year. We don't stop on weekends. We do more than 4,000 loans a day business on weekend. We disburse more than 500 loans from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. When people sleep. So that's the kind of convenience that is offered by us in form of personal loan, and we have created a decent niche for ourselves in the market, and that's visible from the scale that we are achieving in this segment. Home loans. It's a standard offering starting from as low as 30 lakhs, and it goes as high as 10 crores. We offer loans up to 30 years, and it's a cooperative offering where the annual interest rate starts from 6.4. Average ticket size for the book is around 38 lakhs, and as of December end, and we are working to take it higher. As of December end, our book mix is as follows, which is visible from the slide. 90% of the portfolio is in personal loan. Personal loan started 12 months before housing loan, and we intend to have a kind of a equal mix between secured business and unsecured business over a period of next 3 to 4 years time. I've talked most of the stuff in earlier slides. It's an offering where we don't ask for any paper documentation. The whole process is online, from acquiring customers to underwriting them to onboarding in form of their KYCs, and then mandate registration, and then disbursal and collection. We don't believe there are many players in the market who have this kind of an integrated offering, and that's why we are able to grow our business 10-15% month on month. As you can see from the customer profile, 85% of our customers have CIBIL score above 725, which is a very healthy sign. Out of 100 customers who close their loans, 47% end up taking another loan. And the most heartening thing here is that what we're seeing is that 29% of our customers are taking personal loan for the first time, and then they're choosing Navi as the lender. So that shows that how easy is our product to use, and we are pretty confident once they've taken loan from us, they would not like the customer experience part of it with any other lender, and that's what we are playing on. Okay, that's on the personal loan. Housing loan, it's a big opportunity, and it balances our unsecured portfolio. It brings scale, sustainability, and less volatility to the overall portfolio. According to us, it has maximum unserved potential in the market. Incumbents have been doing this business for last 20 years without much change. They don't have any reason to change, and new players don't dare to come into this business because of the capital commitments. Again, since we started with a large capital pool, and tapping capital or attracting capital is never going to be a challenge for Sachin, and that's why we got into this segment. Where we want to change the way things work by bringing the tech first and customer centricity as an approach to the whole segment. Right. So that's on the housing loan side. Now, our third business, which is part of our microfinance entity, it's a regulated entity by RBI, and it has an MFI license. It's into microfinance business. This is something which we acquired from the erstwhile founders of Chaitanya. What we have done in last 2 years with this business is that we have improved its credit rating from BBB- to A. We have provided them capital of more than 300 crores, and in turn, they've scaled up pretty fast. They've grown from 500 crore AUM to AUM which is roughly 1800 crore as of December end. And the book quality, even in middle of COVID, has been holding up pretty well, and it has been improving continuously. The numbers that you see on your right hand side denotes that the gross NPA is around 3.8%, and we created sufficient provisions around these numbers, and the net NPA is 1%. It's a business that is well diversified. It's presence across 10 states. It has an employee base of 3,600. It's a different business model. It's a brick and mortar model where the growth is dependent on the branch network and the number of people we have. It's one of the best performing MFIs in the industry. It's growing fastest, and it has one of the best ROE in the country. We're very proud of the way this business has shaped up under leadership of Sachin. So there here are a few slides on the numbers, and I would like to hand over the presentation now to Divyesh, who will take you through some of the quantitative aspects of Navi Finserve.
Thanks, Shobhit. So in terms of financial numbers, I guess I'll take you through the key numbers. As Shobhit already mentioned, we offer an app-only product wherein the personal loan is there is no paper or any manual intervention that is there in the loan process. So if you see the graph on the left side, that denotes the total logins on the scale. But 0.3 million logins in the month of April 21, which has increased to 1.4 million. So the login on the app denotes the customer intent that they're coming to us for the taking a loan. So if you see the graph moving, it has been moving significantly from 0.3 to 1.4 million by January 22. Feb 22 is slightly lower because of number of days. Otherwise, you can say it is maintaining at 1.4 million. Secondly, if you see the bar charts, in April 21, we got 0.3 million logins, but we got about 6,000 dispersals in a month. That is roughly about 2% conversion. But if you see the same thing in last December, January, Feb, the logins are maintaining around 1.4 million, but our dispersals are increasing month on month. We are able to convert 7.5% of logins in February 22. This is mainly because of our better underwriting policies that we are able to judge the customers better, and there's no compromise on the risk. Slides in the further slide will show that our GNP numbers are going down. So there's no compromise in the risk, but still we are able to convert better customers on that. Sorry, can you move back? Yeah. So slide on the right side denotes the quarterly disbursements. So I'll just leave it on that. We are in the quarter 3, we disbursed about 1,100 crores of PL personal loan, and HL still in nascent state, we disbursed about 94 crores in quarter 3. If you see the quarter 1 was slightly lower, mainly because of the COVID second wave, but thereafter we have picked up well, and this trend is supposed to continue going ahead also. Can you move to next? Next is on the asset quality. The chart on the left side shows the GNP and NNP numbers. I'll start with the quarter 3 numbers, which is at 1.12%, which I believe is one of the best in the industry for a personal unsecured business, wherein our NPAs are at 1% levels and NNPAs are at 0.03%. If you are not aware about NNPAs is about the provisioning, how much provision we provide on the NPA, gross NPAs. So we, as a company, believe to be conservative in that, and we provide for, in case we believe the customer is going to NPA fold, we provide most of them in the books upfront, accounting upfront on that. So NPAs should maintain on the lower levels going ahead also. Just quarter 1 numbers was 12.36% in GNPA, which is mainly because of the dispersals coming down because of COVID too. Otherwise, the numbers, realistic numbers are the latest ones, which are at 1.1%. In terms of right side chart, which is on the provisions on the whole book, quarter 3 numbers are at 7.29%. If I just try to correlate the left chart and right chart, 1.1% is my GNPA and 7.29% is my total provision on the books that are having of 1,500 crores in December end. This is mainly because of the 6% about, you can say, being provided on the standard assets. This is again coming from the concept of accounting, wherein India talks about being conservative and providing losses upfront, which is there in the NBFC business anywhere. Can you move next? Next is on the borrowing. Borrowing is a main backbone for any NBFC business. And if you see on the top right chart, we have about 2,700 crores of borrowing book as in March 22, and which is well diversified in terms of NCD mix, securitization. We even have a few PTC transactions in the month of February and March, which shows the strong quality, strong pool quality we have, and the confidence that lenders have in us. In terms of NCD mix, which is continues to be 70% and term loan as 22%. In terms of lender split, also it is well diversified. We have PSUs, we have private banks, all the big names are there. NBFCs, SFBCs, all of them are there. You want to add on something to that?
Yeah, Divyesh. So it's just very important to build a strong liability franchise when you have aspirations in the lending business. And what we have done in last 14 months is that we have added a lot of institutional lenders. The number you see here is as of December, but as of March, we have added many more good quality lenders to our balance sheet. Now, it should give a lot of confidence to, let's say, retail investors when you see that more than 30, more than 40 institutional lenders are looking at our balance sheet, at our numbers almost on a quarterly basis. When you do trades like securitization, which is basically selling your book, it should give even more confidence because at that point in time, those investors look at the quality of the book. Which is different from the, let's say, capitalization strength or the quality of the promoters. So what this slide basically tells is that we have been able to get confidence from 21 institutional lenders where they believe that the business is healthy and is going to remain going concern for a foreseeable future. And securitization basically tells that the quality of the book is good enough to be sold to investors. So I think we have done a job which is as good as scaling up on the asset side.
And you move to next. This is basically on the strong capital liquidity buffer that we have. As Shobhit already mentioned in the beginning, we maintain CRAR of 30% north till now, and we intend to keep it higher going ahead also. This is mainly coming from the liquidity that is there at the group level, which group has a commitment. They are ready to put in the equity as and when required to support our growth. On the right side, the ALM mismatch, we have no mismatches in the ALM charts over there. We maintain a healthy and healthy cumulative positions on that and healthy liquidity over there.
Yeah. So group is also well capitalized. As I said, it has roughly 4,000 crore of a net worth, and then group has in turn capitalized Navi Finserve also to great extent. It's a under-levered book. 2.11 is the debt equity ratio. This is also visible from the very high capital adequacy ratio. And from ALM perspective, we are doing absolutely fine. ALM is one of the most important thing when you assess. I have already talked about Sachin. Sachin is arguably one of the best entrepreneurs of this generation. He has created a $40 billion empire. He got into e-commerce business when there were players like eBay, Amazon, but the kind of customer centricity and tech focus that he brought in there led to the runaway success for Flipkart. Almost all of us here would have ordered items from Flipkart, and Flipkart has spawned many other businesses like PhonePe and e-cart logistics, which are doing very, very well in the current scheme of things. There are a lot of entrepreneurs who have left their jobs from Flipkart and have created unicorns. So that speaks very highly about Sachin's leadership. And in Sachin's word, he is building even higher quality team in Navi when his aspirations is to create $100 billion business in Navi. Ankit is another co-founder, and he's a batchmate of Sachin from IIT Delhi days. He's a computer science graduate. He's done his post-graduation from IIM Ahmedabad and worked as a trader and a senior banker in companies like Deutsche Bank and Bank of America. He's managing director of Navi Finserve, and he's on board of almost all group companies. He's also the group CFO. We've got strong independent board of directors, which makes sure that we are high on corporate governance. This is Usha Narayanan. She's ex-PwC partner, and she's chair of audit committee. She brings in a lot of rigor as to how we report, how we go about related party transactions, and so on. Mr. Sridharan is a seasoned player, independent director. He's ex-MD from State Bank of India subsidiaries, and he also gives us a lot of guidance, around borrowing and everything else. Mr. Arindam Ghosh is a new addition to the board, and he comes from Mirai Asset, global asset management company, and he's a guiding figure on the lending side. If you can move to the next slide. So I'll just quickly run you through. I'm sitting here. My introduction was given in the beginning. Bhaskar is head of credit. He looks at personal loan credit and housing loan credit. He has come from Bajaj Finance. He was PL Risk Analytics head there, and again he has added a lot of muscle to our underwriting as well as collection efforts. Divyesh is already presented here, and is the CFO of Navi Finserve, very qualified and a great deal of experience under his belt. Vinod, he has joined us from Citibank. He's a chief compliance officer, and he interacts with RBI regulator, and he makes sure that we are on top of compliance, and we are not on we are not crossing the line on that front. Anand is co-founder of Chaitanya, and he continues with us to run Chaitanya, on the ground.